Today on Brainpower, we're going to create video scripts with ChatGPT. Let's jump in. Hello, friends. It's Josh. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to Brainpower, your weekly AI training show. Today is one of my favorite topics. This is like my peanut butter and chocolate show because it's two great tastes that taste great together: educational video and AI, right? So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to jump in. Now, if you are following along and you're prompting with me, you'll definitely want to head over to my website and download today's episode. This is episode 10, and you'll want to go ahead and hit the download file, just like so. And so now, once you have that, you are ready to rock, and we'll be borrowing some prompts from here. So just be ready to bounce over to this document, copy, and paste them into ChatGPT as we're working. Okay? All right. So hopefully you have the document and you are ready to go. So now let's go ahead and jump into our topic. Again, as I was mentioning, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. And, the one thing that you need to understand about working with AI is you need to know your craft. And having now worked with, ChatGPT for well over a year, I'm beginning to understand that, both what you put into a prompt and what you get out of it, you need to understand whether it's good or not, right? And so knowing your craft goes a long way. So, let's say that we are going to go in and just prompt ChatGPT to create a video script for us, which is fine. What we're doing is going in and asking the model what it knows about creating a video script, specifically an educational video script. So why don't we try that? Let's just see what happens with prompting the model with a video script. Not any context, just giving it a straight ask. This is also what we call a zero-shot prompt. I'm not giving it any examples. I'm just going straight for the ask. All right. So let's go over to our little worksheet, and we're going to go ahead and perform a zero-shot prompt. Now, this is a really easy prompt. There's nothing complex about this. And the prompt right here says, act as an instructional designer and educational TV producer, create a video script on X. So this could be any topic that you want. Keep the video less than 3 minutes long. That's a pretty simple prompt. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this prompt here and just put it into the clipboard. Let's go over to ChatGPT. Now I'm going to be working with the 4 model today. This is going to give us better results coming back. Let me go ahead and place that prompt in there. Now we need a topic. My favorite topic. So how to cook smoked potato salad, right? And so it's ready to go. But again, this is a zero-shot prompt. I'm not giving it any type of example. I'm just going for the ask. Now, there is a role or a few roles in here. Now, remember, we call this role stacking when you have more than one role. So it's an instructional designer and educational TV producer. Now, within the corpus of knowledge within ChatGPT. Somewhere in there, under the definition of instructional designer or words related to educational TV producer, we hope that there's some format of an educational video. Okay. And that's the idea behind a zero-shot prompt. I'm not giving it any examples here of the format. I'm just asking for it. All right, let's let it rip. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And okay, so now I have my custom instructions turned on. So if you're wondering how the heck did Josh get into the voiceover, my custom instructions are turned on, which I probably should turn those off moving forward. All right, so you can see, welcome to the Quick Gourmet. Just made that up. Where we bring you delicious recipes in under 3 minutes. I'm your host, I'll tell you what, let me try this again without the custom instructions turned on, not a problem. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn those off. And let me just go ahead and refresh this real quick. Let's try that prompt again. One more time. All right. I like how it makes these names of these shows up. Flavorful Bites. Now, at first glance, it looks fine, right? I mean, you could get excited about this. There's, the intro. We have a little quick intro. We have the ingredients. We have some scenes in here. It gives us instructions, and it continues on. Not too bad. But going back to understanding your craft, you begin to understand the nuances, especially around creating an educational video. So let's just talk about that for a moment before we try this prompt again with more information. Now remember, the term for this is a zero-shot prompt. There's no examples of the structure or format of the video. I'm just asking for a video script. Okay. So now when we go back and we think about all the types of videos that can be part of a learning journey, there's a lot, right? So at the beginning of a learning journey, when we're getting our audience members excited about the topic, we can create videos that market the learning journey. We can get them ready for an online webinar or an in-person course or an online course, or whatever the case may be. So we can prime them, get them ready. We have the actual training itself where we're transferring knowledge, skills, or even attitudes and behavior. Reflection. So right after the training, we want to reinforce and get information into long-term memory, or have them, or give them the opportunity to practice, right? Performance support. And then even individuals creating their own videos about the topic. There's a lot. All of these different parts of the learning journey can create a different type of video. So just not an educational video, right? But a marketing video, or a video to get somebody excited and prime them about the topic, or transfer knowledge, skills, and behavior, whatever the case may be. Now today, we're just going to go ahead and focus in on transfer. So, this is the bread and butter. And, with my topic, how to cook a smoked potato salad. It's skill, right? There's some knowledge in there, and it's a step-by-step. All right, so that's the type of video that I'm going to create today. Now, based upon your topic, you may get a different type of script, which is fine, right? Okay, so with that, and we know that it now is knowledge transfer, I have a specific formula for a video script that we're going to put into a prompt. And this particular structure works extremely well. And the way that it starts is with an emotional pull or a hook. You have to gain intention. So if we go back to Gagne's 9 events, the first one, if you look it up, is gain attention. And believe it or not, with videos, it's the same thing. With my show, the front part of the show, hopefully it's to gain attention. All right, with the quick intro. So with our videos, we're going to go ahead and gain attention. We're going to prime. In other words, there is a moment where you get the viewer ready to take in information. Like, do they already understand this? Are they going to check out? Are they excited about the topic? You know, it gives them a moment to think about the information and whether they already have it filed in their brain. All right, so there's a priming statement. Then we get into the content. And this should be a very low cognitive load experience where it's easy to consume. After that information is consumed, then we reflect. So we go back in and review what was discussed. And then to wrap it up, we typically leave with a call to action or an emotional push. This is an excellent format for an educational video. Now, what we want to do is transfer this format into a prompt. All right. Now, I do have a sample of this up on my 150, which is now 250 prompts site. All right. So if you go over to the 250 prompt site, and if you're not familiar with it, you can just go up to my website, even though it says 150 prompts in the URL. Just put in your information, you'll get access to the site, and there is a starter prompt there. You can also, use the prompt that is in the worksheet here, right here, the one-shot prompt. I'll get to the one shot in just a moment. But if you are looking for that prompt in the 250 prompts, you can just go down, do a quick search, and search for video. And down here, we have the educational video script. I can just jump in, and here is the start of that prompt. All right. So you can copy that there and begin using it. Now, with the worksheet, I've modified it slightly. So let's take a moment and now look at a one-shot prompt. With a one-shot prompt, this is when we go in and give the model an example. All right, so let's take a close look at this one-shot prompt here. Zoom in on it a little bit. Okay, so up at the top, it says act as an educational TV producer and create a video script on the topic. The tone of voiceover should be engaging, witty, and sometimes sarcastic. So I've gone in and I've added these nuances in here. All right. Act as an educational TV producer. So anything and everything about producing educational TV now comes into play from the model. Notice that some words in here are in all caps. These are prompt variables. And I have dogs, so sorry about that. And now right here, this is where we want to go in and add our topic. All right, so we'll add the topic in there. Now, what's interesting about this is that I have gone ahead and I've translated the structure of that educational video into the prompt. So down here, you can see hook, prime, content, reflection, and emotional push. That's the structure. That's a one-shot prompt, okay? Because I'm giving the model a very specific structure that's in here. Now, the other two things that are really cool are the focusing objective, like what do I want the user to focus in on, or the actual script to focus in on. A statement is presented to the viewer before encountering the topic. Review the most important aspects of the topic. This goes into the priming statement. So once we get the viewer's attention, we then give them the priming statement, and that's the focusing objective. So you see how it kind of fits in there. Then we have the performance objective. A statement is presented to the viewer before encountering the topic. Review the competencies of the topic. So now we want to go in and not only give them the background on it, but where are we headed with this information, right? So you can see in the hook that we're going to use the focusing objective, and then in the prime, we use the performance objective. So again, knowing your craft really comes into play when creating a prompt specific around educational video. All right, enough talk. My goodness, let's go ahead and try this prompt. So I'm going to go in and copy this prompt. Remember, you're going to have to put your own topic in here. So get it into the clipboard. Let's go over to ChatGPT, make a new chat. Don't use the same context window. So we're going to make a new chat. Let's put the prompt in there. Now, remember, you're going to have to find the topic. So I'm going to go in here, find the topic, which looks like an X with brackets around it. And I'm just going to put how to cook a smoked potato salad. You can put whatever you want in there. Hey, have fun with it. Don't do work stuff. Okay, you can if you want. I mean, if you want to go ahead and put, leadership in there, you're more than welcome to, but have fun with it. Put some type of hobby or something that you're interested in. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. Now, this is getting really interesting. Okay, so now we actually have a structure and a format in here for the hook and for the priming statement. Let's just go ahead and read. I'm going to read this really quick. Ever looked at a potato and thought, nah, just a spud? Well, hold on your hats, folks, because we're about to turn this humble tuber into a smoky, mouth-watering masterpiece that'll make your taste buds do a happy dance. Get ready for the ultimate smoked potato salad showdown. Well, obviously it needs a little bit of work, but hey, we got a really fun intro in there. And then now we have the priming statement. In today's culinary escapade, you're not just making potato salad, you're embarking on a journey to unlock the secrets of smoky flavors and a perfect texture. By the end of the video, you're not only knowing how to whip up a mean smoked potato salad, but also understand the intricacies of balancing flavors and textures like a pro. That's it. That's the priming statement, right? Then we get into the actual content itself, and now we have the steps. And I can go ahead and review these, but these look pretty good. Then we have the reflection statement. All right, so what have we learned? Beside the fact that potatoes are the unsung heroes of the culinary world, we've mastered the art of smoking potatoes, creating a dressing that sings, and balancing flavors, and so on. And then finally, we have the emotional push. Now go forth and create the smoked potato masterpiece. Impress your friends, wow your family. Remember, in the kitchen, as in life, it's all about finding the perfect balance. How about that? So this is interesting. This is a good start. Again, what we're trying to accomplish here is to get 70 to 80%, 90, or even 100%, right, of the script ready to go. Now, I would actually take the script as it is and modify it and change it around and, of course, make it my own. But we're getting really close here. And so you could see that knowing your craft and putting the structure in there goes a long way. But what if we continue working on it and working on the prompt? So today, I'm going to try something brand new that I've never done before. I'm going to try a brand new structure. And if you've seen some of my prior videos, you know I talk a lot about the Tracy prompt or the Tracy structure. Well, we got a brand new prompt structure here we're going to work with today. And this structure is typically used for chatbots. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a go and see if we can make even better video script using CoStar. And CoStar stands for context, objective, style, tone, audience, and response. And so, this is a little bit different in the fact that we have a lot of emphasis on the style and the tone, which is great because if I really want to have a certain voice or a certain feel to the overall video, we're going to nail it inside the style and the tone. Now, in regards to like the response, right, this last one down here, again, this is great for a chat bot because you can then structure the response when it comes to chat. Now, in our case, the response is actually going to be the video script itself and the structure. So this should be really interesting. Now, again, I have never run this prompt before. This is completely cold. And so the idea is to go ahead and just try a different structure to see what the model gives you, right? It's all about experimentation. I mean, it's always nice to go in and have a prompt ready to rock. That's awesome. But sometimes you need to get out there and try some new things because you may discover a formula or some type of prompt structure that gives you amazing results. So I don't know. We're going to roll the dice here today and see what we get with our co-star. All right, now back to our worksheet. And I have in here the actual co-star prompt. All right, so I did go ahead and format it, but I haven't run it yet. So let's go ahead and in the worksheet. And again, if you are just jumping in here live, if you want to go ahead and grab that worksheet, you can just go to my website /Brainpower and download this. So let's copy it. Remember, you got to add the topic in here. The topic is currently X. Now, I'll tell you what, before we get in and copy it, let's just take a quick look at this. So the context is going to be the role. Act as an instructional designer and educational TV producer. So that was from the prior prompt. The objective, create a training or video script on X. That's what we're going to change right here. The focusing objective and the performance objective are both parked under objective. The style, detailed and engaging. Now that's new. The tone, engaging, witty, and sometimes sarcastic. That was in the prior prompt. The audience, viewer, adults who want to learn and be entertained at the same time. And now the response. The response is the hook, prime, content, reflection, and emotional push. So there's our structure of our video script. So again, what we're looking for here is hopefully we get a better video script with the style information in here, and then also the separation of tone, and now we have audience, adults who want to learn and be entertained at the same time. All right, let's give it a go. So we're going to go in and copy this prompt right up to here, context. Let's get it into the clipboard. Let's go over to ChatGPT. Again, start a brand new chat. We'll paste it in there. Remember to add your topic up at the top, right where the X is at. So let's key that in. That's it. Okay, let's give it a shot here. Oh, look at that. It's interesting how it broke out the focusing objective and the performance objective. So it looks like with this particular prompt, it is going in and giving us the steps. Now, in the prior script, it gave us the voiceover, right? Here, these are just steps. Now, I could use the text here as a step in the script, which is fine. But the reflection and the emotional push looks good, all right? So this is working also. So I could use the prior prompt. I can continue working on this prompt, whatever the case may be. Now, where do we go from here? So once you get your script, what do I do with it next? Well, I mean, I could take this to 11 Labs and put it into production. And so the follow-up prompt to this is to just simply go in and say, just give me the script, no headings, clean it up, right? So when you have something that you want to work with to take into another tool, right, to take it to the next step, it's a simple ask. So we're going to prompt chain this, and let's go in and run it. And so now we're going to have our script. Hey, while it's writing the script, I'm going to bounce over real quick to 11 Labs. Get in there. Let me clean this up real quick. So if you've never used 11 Labs, this is one of my favorite text to voice AI generation engines. It's something I've trained my voice on. And so I'm doing text to speech here. And, I could pick all kinds of different voices. Let's go with Henry, deep and classical. And the voice settings, I'll keep right where they're at. All right, so my script should be ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just copy the script here. We'll go over to 11 Labs. And if you're looking for the URL for 11 Labs, it is 11 spelled out labs.io. Okay, and you can probably take a close look at the URL up there. So let me go ahead and paste this in here. And it looks like I have gone past the limit. No problem, I can just like split this up. So let's just do the intro. How about that? We'll worry about the steps later, and we'll just generate this, and let's and I don't think I'm sharing my audio, so you have to like trust me on this as far as the sound. You may not hear this. So it's going in, it's generating the audio, which would be the next step in the process. So now it's generated the audio. And again, I believe I didn't share my audio, so you can't hear it. But I could then now take this voiceover and put it into some type of animation tool like DID, or use it with a voiceover with still images created out of Midjourney or Dolly. And so now you can see, the process of the video script actually being used step by step. So hopefully today you were able to go in and see the nuances between a zero-shot prompt and a one-shot prompt, where we really know our craft and went in and set up a structure with a hook, a prime, the content itself, a reflection statement, and then a call to action, which within itself is a pretty good structure for an educational video. Well, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you'll learn something new, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode next week. All right, take care.